Hare Krishna, dear devotees. For many weeks, we have been studying Bhagavad Gita, one verse at a time. Today, let us review the entire flow of Chapter 1 Bhagavad Gita and see how beautifully the story unfolds. The first chapter begins with a question from King Dhritarashtra. He asks Sanjaya, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do after assembling on the battlefield of Kurukshetra? Notice something interesting. Dhritarashtra says, Mamaka, my sons, Pandava, the sons of Pandu. Even before the battle begins, we can see his attachment and partiality. Now Sanjaya begins answering. The first thing he sees is Duryodhana looking at the mighty Pandava army. Immediately, Duryodhana approaches his teacher, Dronacharya, and says, "O Acharya, please look at this great army of the Pandavas." Then he says something very clever. This army has been arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. Why mention Drupada's son? Because Duryodhana wants to remind Dronacharya of his old rivalry with Drupada and increase his fighting spirit. Then Duryodhana starts glorifying the Pandava army. He says, there are many heroic warriors here, equal to Bhima and Arjuna in battle. Equal to Bhima and Arjuna in battle. He begins listing great warriors such as Drishtaketu, Chekitana, Kashi Raja, Purujit, Kunti Bhoja, Saibhya, Yudhamanyu, Uttamauja, Abhimanyu, and the sons of Draupadi. At this point, Duryodhana realizes something. Am I glorifying the enemy too much? Probably Dronacharya may become discouraged. Maybe others may become fearful. So he quickly changes direction. In verse 7, he says, Now, O best of Brahmanas, please hear about the great heroes in our own army. Then he begins naming the Kaurava commanders. Dronacharya, Bhishma, Karna, Kripacharya, Ashwathama, Vikarna, and many other powerful warriors. He boldly declares, many heroes are ready to sacrifice their lives for my sake. Then he especially glorifies Bhishma. He says, our army is protected by Bhishma. To increase everyone's confidence, he gives instruction to the soldiers. Stand in your proper positions and protect Bhishma from all sides. See Duryodhana's diplomacy. First, he encourages the senior commanders. Then he motivates the ordinary soldiers. Everyone feels important. To please Duryodhana, grandfather Bhishma then blows his conch shell loudly like a roaring lion. Immediately, the battlefield fills with the sounds of conch shells, drums, horns, and trumpets. Then comes one of the most beautiful moments in the chapter. Lord Krishna and Arjuna arrives in their magnificent chariot. Krishna blows his conch shell, Panchajanya. Arjuna blows Devadatta. Bhima, Yudhishthira, Nakula, Sahadeva, and all the great Pandava warriors also blow their conch shells. The sound shakes the battlefield. And what happens? The heart of Dhritarashtra's son becomes fearful. Why? Because the Pandavas have something greater than military strength. Then they have Lord Krishna on their side. Now comes the turning point. Arjuna turns to Krishna and says, Seneyor Ubhayor Madhye Ratham Sthapayamechyuta. Oh Achyuta, please place my chariot between the two armies. Why? Because Arjuna wants to see who has come to fight. This session continues through verses 20 to 23. Then Sanjaya tells us that Krishna drives the chariot into the middle of the battlefield. And where does Krishna stop it? Right in front of Bhishma and Dronacharya. Now Arjuna begins observing both armies. What does he see? He sees his beloved grandfather Bhishma, his teacher Dronacharya, his uncles, his cousins, his brother-in-law, his father-in-law, his friends, his well-wishers, people of his own generation, young boys equal to his sons. Everywhere he looks, he sees family members and loved ones. Suddenly, something changes. The mighty warrior Arjuna becomes overwhelmed with emotion. Now Arjuna begins giving reason why he does not want to fight. Reason 1. Compassion. Verse 28 to 30, Arjuna says, "How can I kill my own relatives?" His body trembles. His mouth becomes dry. His Gandiva bow begins slipping from his hands. Compassion fills his heart. Reason 2. No happiness in victory. Verses 31 to 35. Arjuna says, Nacha Shreyo Nupashyami Hatva Swajanam Ahave. I do not see any good in killing my own family. Even if he wins the kingdom, who will be left to enjoy it with him? Without loved ones, victory seems meaningless. Reason 3. Fear of sin. Verses 36 to 38. Arjuna says, if we kill our relatives, sinful reactions will follow. For temporary power and happiness, why should we commit such a terrible act? Reason 4. Destructions of family tradition. Verses 39 to 43. Now Arjuna presents his strongest argument. Kulakshaya pranashyanti kula dharma sanatanaha. When families are destroyed, family traditions are destroyed. If the elders die, family values disappear. Society becomes disturbed. Future generation lose spiritual culture. Traditional duties to the ancestors are neglected. Therefore, Arjuna believes this war will create social and spiritual chaos. Finally, Arjuna reaches his decision, not just through words, but through actions. In the final verses of chapter 1, Arjuna puts down his Gandiva bow. His mind is disturbed. His heart is filled with sorrow. The great warrior who came ready to fight now sits down on the chariot. His message to Krishna is clear. I will not fight. So, dear devotees, chapter 1 begins with Dhritarashtra asking, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do? And it ends with Arjuna saying, I will not fight. From confidence to confusion, from determination to despair. And it is at this very moment that Lord Krishna prepares to speak the eternal wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita. Without Arjuna's confusion, the Bhagavad Gita would never have been spoken. And that is why chapter 1 is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga, the yoga of Arjuna's distress. Hare Krishna.